Hi, this is Sean with Inside Fashion Design, here with Stephanie of Love Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, you showed a beautiful collection Thursday night, the Floral Garden Bride, beautiful wedding collection. Could you just tell us a little bit about it?
So my collection, should I hold this? Okay. So my collection is based on the beauty and the growth of the garden, emerging from the garden and showing the beautiful textures and colors and feelings that come from being in a garden. I tried to base my collection, well, I started with this print here of flowers growing from the garden and cascading up into the dress, and based the collection on these colors and this sort of vibe here. This is a ball gown that I created using this Mikado fabric. She's got pockets and an inner corset for structure. And just some of my other beautiful things. I love beautiful fabrics, and I really love a beautiful lining inside of the dress to make the wearer feel special and valued. So when she slips on the dress, it's an experience when she puts on the dress and a feeling that emerges from wearing the garment. So a lot of these have just little special details inside, really nice linings, pockets, beautiful structure inside the dress, so she could just put on the dress and forget about everything else. And I love specialty details, like a little glitter once in a while. This dress is one of my favorites. She's got a beautiful rhinestone open back. Whoop, sorry. And I've made some accessories to go with the dress. Little accents to put in her hair. This one happens to have a little bumblebee hanging out in the flower. So yeah, that goes with her. And one of the favorites of the collection is this lovely silk velvet gown. She's a silk green velvet with lovely sleeves, and she's lined in 100% silk charmeuse. So she's been a real favorite style. I actually take the same style. So this dress, the pattern of the dress is the same pattern as this dress. So I try to keep it simple with only a few actual patterns, and then just do it in different fabrics and see where it takes me. So yeah, this has been an inspiration for me for a long time. I love the garden. I have a garden. I spend a lot of time in my garden, and it just evolves from there, using beautiful fabrics, unique details. But I also like to keep it simple, and I like to keep it classic with my designs. I don't need a lot of gimmicks. I don't need a lot of fussiness. I want her to just be able to slip on something and feel amazing in her design. So that's what it's all about.
Now, truly beautiful collection. I got my start in fashion in the wedding industry, and I can tell you one thing, that any bride with pockets is a happy bride. So it is fantastic. And you really cover the whole spectrum from like very traditional, almost very conservative, to very like fun and almost a new age sort of, a little twist.
I did a custom bride a couple of years ago, and she really inspired me. She wanted a wedding gown. She was getting married in the forest, and she wanted a gown that was completely different. She didn't want white, and I made a velvet gown for her with embroidery, floral embroidery all around the gown, and leaves and things like that. And so I wanted to sort of recreate that and start developing a line for brides that want something different, that don't want to just go to your bridal shop and find your typical white dress. Even this dress, if you look at it, it's actually peach. It's not white, it's got a peach color. So I like to do something just a little bit different, but also understandable, not so much out of the box that, you know, no one's gonna wear. And some of these I think the bride could wear it again. If this was a bride or a bridesmaid, she might wear it again. Or this one, she might wear it to something else. So I like to repurpose, and I like her to be able to have options and not just wear it for that one day. So.
Right, the idea of, a one-time use garment is rather wasteful and stuff. Your fabric sourcing, where are you sourcing your fabric from? Is it ethical?
Well, I try to be local as much as possible. I visit our local fabric stores, which there are a few left in Portland. Even Joanne Fabrics, Mill-End Store, Josephine's Dry Goods has some beautiful fabrics, Bolt. Maybe someday I'll open a fabric store of my own. But I also shop online occasionally and try to find better fabrics that are sustainably sourced and ethical, and I really like to use natural fibers whenever I can.
Now, a lot of times at fashion shows, it's a lot of high-end fashion, a lot of concepts almost. All of this stuff looks ready to wear. Is it you could just buy it and go?
Absolutely. Well, all of my things are custom made. So I do custom orders, one piece at a time. They're very unique. I don't have a line per se, but if you want the dress like that, I can make the dress like that. So it's really kind of custom, made to order, made to measure.
Now, is it just you, or do you have a team you work with?
It's just me. I have an assistant once in a while, but
this is fantastic. Now, this is your first time showing at Fashionxt, a gorgeous collection. What are you trying to achieve at Fashionxt? This seems almost like you've knocked it out of the ballpark. One of the favorite designers so far. What are you looking to achieve from Fashionxt?
Well, that's a good question. I would love to take this to the next level, whatever that means. I'm not really sure what that means, whether that I get one customer that wants me to fill her whole wardrobe, or maybe a shop picks me up, or maybe the sales all come from me and come from my website. I'd like to do Fashionxt again. I already have ideas for the next collection. But I think Fashionxt just brings awareness to this industry. It's a dying art to be able to sew and to be able to create patterns and create garments to wear. So I would love for that to become, bring awareness to that it is a viable industry. I also teach sewing. I'm a beginning sewing teacher, and I work at Portland Fashion Institute, and we are there to teach people of all ages, whether it's your hobby that you just want to learn how to work a sewing machine and hem your jeans, or if you actually do want to get serious about it and make it your career. It's a viable career. There's so many avenues that you can take. I want to be that influence to people that it is possible. I mean, even if you just want to make your own stuff, that's something that's unique, something that's different, accessories, whatever you want to take it, I think it's certainly possible. You can, if you want an outfit to go out to Fashionxt, you can make your own top. Doesn't matter what gender, race, sexual identity you are. If you want to learn how to make something, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's an amazing skill to have. So I also want to encourage that, encourage the creativity and encourage the thinking outside of the box and doing something a little bit different. I'm all for that. So I hope that Fashionxt brings awareness to my business and that this is a viable business to have. Good.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head, absolutely. Sewing, fashion is all-inclusive, but it can be intimidating to start out with. I mean, it can be expensive. What do you tell the people starting out, to try and get them over that hump? Because you don't need the best equipment in the world.
Absolutely not. I think just get started. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need, the best education. Just do it. Just jump in. You're going to make mistakes. I've made many mistakes, and you can always get more fabric. There's always more where that came from. So I think just persevere and do it. You know, just jump in and get started.
Now, Stephanie, brides-to-be, if they want to get a dress made by you or work with you, what's the best place to find you?
Best place to find me is probably on my website, lovestephanieapparel.com. I'm also on the social media at Love Stephanie. And yeah, I'm around Portland. So yeah, just get in touch. I'd be happy to work with you, even just to talk to you. Even just to talk, see what your dreams are. My goal is to make your dream dress come true. Me too.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I'm very excited to see what you have in store, what your future collections look like. Oh, this is Sean with Inside Fashion Design. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.